Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out.
Hey family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Welcome new subscribers. We're growing, we're still growing. I love it. So today, yesterday, as I was conferring with my spirit team, with my higher self, I was like, what should tomorrow's Mindset Monday be about? And they were like, yeah, we need to talk about people getting their shit together. And I was like, we can't talk to the people like that, y'all. We can't do that. And they're like, no, yeah, that's the message that we need to deliver. People need to get their shit together. They're worried about the wrong thing, and it seems to be a prevalent thing that's happening. So this morning when I rose, I was like, all right, y'all. All right, today's Mindset Monday. I know y'all was wild yesterday, but what we want to talk about today? And they were like, yeah, we're serious. Like, that's what it is. That's what we need to talk about. So, on behalf of my spirit team, my higher self, and a little bit of me, of the Chanel, right, of that human persona, we're going to talk about why people need to get their shit together. Stop worrying about the wrong thing. Stop worrying about the wrong thing. Stop focusing on things that you have no control over, and start focusing on what it is that you want. Stop being afraid. Stop living in worry. And I'm not saying live with your head stuck in the sand. I've delivered this message before, but it's like people get on track, and then whoop, they switch it around for whatever reason. I don't know, right? You lose sight of it. So in order to get your stuff together, I'm gonna stop cussing for y'all. In order to get your stuff together, all right, and start focusing on things that's going to help you grow and flourish, the first thing that you have to do is prioritize things. What is a priority? And in order to prioritize things, you have to know what is a priority to you. What is important to you, because everyone has different priorities, okay? So if it's more important for you to have a decent place to live than having more, healthy food, then that's what you need to focus on. But we need to stop worrying and focusing on these outside things. Stop worrying about what the government is mind fucking you with, because they're playing with your mind. They're saying these certain words to trigger certain emotions out of you, when all the words are empty threats. They're empty threats. They can come with force, and they can come with force to a certain extent. But as long as the people are armed, the government cannot do too much, okay? They can play with words, they can mandate things, but if it's not law, there's not that much that they can do, okay? They can strongly recommend things, they can strongly urge you to do something, but if it's not law, there's not much that they can do. Outside of that, even if it is law, there's loopholes to everything. So start finding the loopholes in things, so you can navigate life better for yourself. Stop worrying about who got the jab, who doesn't have the jab. Stop worrying about who's black and who's white. Stop worrying about certain traumas that have been inflicted years ago, and start focusing on your present. Because when they keep you divided, when they keep your mind focused on a million different other little things, you have no time to focus on the bigger picture, which is your picture. What is the picture that you have for you? So there's so many people out here walking around that don't have any idea of what their future looks like, because they're too worried about other things. They're just being robotic day to day to day to day. And that's why when certain things come down and affect them, that goes against their morals or their scruples, they don't know how to navigate it. Or you want to keep this job that you're so robotic used to going to, getting this steady income, even though this income isn't worth the job that you have. We pay you just enough to not quit. You want to keep it? Okay, well, you got to do this. And you have no time to sit here and sort through and think of the other options that you may have, because you're like, man, this is the only source of income I've known. This is all I can have. What am I going to do if I don't have it? This is a long game that they've been playing. but it's the same game. And when a person plays the same game, you see their habits, you know how to navigate around them. Everybody got that funny uncle. Everybody got that crazy sister. Everybody got that auntie that they're like, okay, you know what? When they come around, this is what you do, this is how you behave. Don't give them this. Don't mention this because, it's going to be something else. Everybody got that in their family. It's the same way with these people. Don't say these certain things. We got to talk in code. Don't become too reliant on a certain thing because they're going to snatch it from underneath you. They're going to give you all these types of word plays to make you feel like you have to do something that's against your God-given nature. Because they've made you dependent. But there's so many different ways on how you can navigate these different avenues of life. Stop thinking that certain lifestyles and certain avenues and things are set for certain particular people. You're no different from those people that is quote unquote reserved for. The only thing that Bill Gates got on me is age, time, and being in the right place at the right time to steal other people's ideas. To gain notoriety, to now make himself known through his family's name, with his family's money, to continue to steal other people's ideas, to hire people to do the things that he doesn't know how to do. That's it. And I'm well on my way to getting to where I need to be in that same circle. What he got is not reserved solely for him. And when I say that, I mean wealth-wise. I'm not talking about, all the other plays and stuff that he got going. I'm talking about wealth-wise, land-wise, notoriety, influence. That's what I'm mentioning. It's not reserved for just him. It's not reserved for just Beyonce. It's not reserved for just Jay-Z. It's not reserved for just Elon Musk. Is not reserved in memorandum of any of these other people. We're just going to go about it a different way, a different path. But every single day when they rise, guess what? They have to do humanly functions. They got to breathe. They got to sit on the toilet. There's nothing different. So I'm going to use the time I have to do what I need to do to prioritize what I need to prioritize to move forward. Because I guarantee any of those other people that are living the lifestyle that you look at and may admire or aspire to, you don't have to admire them, but you could aspire to have the same lifestyle as them. I guarantee you they're not worried about who got what. I bet you they're not worried about who looked like who. And for my melanated people, direct message to y'all, to my melanated people, to my people that have some type of African heritage somewhere in their bloodline. For those of you who have the heavy compound of melanin, of melanite soaring through your body to the point where it expresses itself through your skin, it's time for us to start soldiering up and start uniting. United we stand, divided we fall. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. It is time for us to start expanding our thoughts and moving into certain horizons that will allow us to elevate to higher dimensions. And stop being frivolous with our time, our money, and our resources. It's time to reclaim back our power that we have been giving away so freely. And for the past few years, there's been some that have been in power that have been trying to help us reclaim that power. But because we're so used to being distracted and giving our power away, we have not noticed it. But it's time to come out of that distraction and stop thinking that everything is boogeyman, pseudo, false, conspiracy. It's time to get off of that. For the rest of my community, continue to voice yourself. For everybody else that is on the path, for everyone that is realizing that ish is getting thick, but they realize that it's because these certain unrighteous beings are fighting to keep you in the lower levels of hell, the mind state. For those of you who realize, hold the line. Don't let up. More people are joining every day to help strengthen and sound the alarm. Hold the line. It's time to get our ish together. All these natural disasters, sure, man may manipulate weather in some way. Sure, the carbon dioxide, the things that we release into the atmosphere, has some type of change effect. Yes, the jet streams. Yes, the chemtrails effect. Yes. But Mother Nature has something to say. And she's been saying it with the earthquakes and the fires and the floods and the hurricanes. It's time for us to catch up. There's things at play here that we're not catching on to. It's time to catch up. Unite and keep our ish together. Okay, wealthy family. That's all that I have for you today. It was raining downpour. I was set up on my porch, and then the sun came out, and I was like, okay, I can get in the pit. I guess the universe is like, nah, you got to get in the pit for this message. We got to get in the bowels of the earth. So until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.